From the hushed courtrooms to the echoing cries of disbelief, the weight of a life sentence can be overwhelming, especially when the convicted is just a teenager. In today's video, we dive deep into the harrowing moments when young individuals, barely out of childhood, come face to face with the reality of spending their entire lives behind bars. Let's begin. Damon Kemp. Damon's response was alarming, causing distress among the victim's relatives. The courtroom atmosphere was tense, with friends and family members visibly emotional. Narissa Carter, the mother of one of the victims, Trey Ingram, was extremely affected. As the judge read out the charges, Kemp began yelling and invoking a higher power. His bail was denied due to sufficient reasonable cause for his arrest. The exact reason for the shooting was not disclosed by the authorities, leaving both families devastated. Philip Chisholm, a 9th grade student at Danvers High School in Massachusetts, had been asked by Ritza to stay after school. Unbeknownst to Ritza, Chisholm had a sinister plan in place. He followed her into a bathroom and committed the crime. He was captured by police the next morning with Ritza's blood on his hands. Chisholm was sentenced to life with a chance of release after 25 years. Jaleel Smith. Riley Smith. Riley was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The families involved had mixed feelings about the judgment. Riley's family pleaded for a lenient sentence, while the victim's families sought the harshest punishment. The victim's mother expressed her determination to move forward in memory of her daughter. Aidan von Grabo. The incident occurred in an apartment where Grody lived with her family in November 2017. Von Grabo was apprehended hours after the crime. Multiple witnesses identified him as the assailant. In court, his defense team attempted an innovative approach by blaming Accutane, a potent acne treatment, suggesting it could trigger depression and aggressiveness. However, this defense did not work, and von Grabo displayed little remorse for his actions. Gavin Ramsey. The crime took place in Wadsworth, Ohio. Douglas's body was discovered in a closet by her nephew. Ramsey was convicted of the crime in January 2019. During the trial, it was revealed that Ramsey had described his intentions in a notebook, suggesting that Douglas was just a warm-up for potential future victims. Raceland Martin pleaded guilty to first-degree murder. Despite being a juvenile at the time of the crime, he was tried as an adult. The judge had the power to impose a mandatory life sentence without the possibility of release. However, considering Martin's age, he was allowed parole after 25 years. During sentencing, Martin was visibly distraught, and the defense tried to shed light on his unstable family background and his immersion in dark literature. Roxana Sikorsky. In October 2014, Sikorsky attempted to assault her sleeping sibling. In court, her parents, who were her intended victims, pleaded for mercy. The family revealed that she was adopted from Poland and had a traumatic past. She was influenced by her 23-year-old boyfriend. Sikorsky was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Shanita Cunningham and Butts subjected Serenity to brutal acts over a 2-week period, allegedly due to a toilet accident. The severity of the injuries indicated that the duo was fully aware of the consequences of their actions. After being sentenced to life in prison, both collapsed in court. The prosecutor described this case as one of the worst she had ever witnessed. Dylan Shoemaker. Dylan was given the responsibility of looking after his girlfriend's 2 small sons while she worked a night shift. During the evening, a tragic incident occurred, resulting in Austin's death. In court, Shoemaker displayed a range of emotions, from staring blankly to sobbing loudly. He was initially sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. However, in February 2016, the Court of Appeals reduced his sentence to 18 years to life. Currently, at 26 years old, Shoemaker has been imprisoned for 9 years and is held at the Clinton Correctional Facility in New York. Conrad Schaefer. Conrad's crime spree began when he shot David Guerrero, who was on his way to catch a bus to work. Later, Schaefer and 3 friends committed a home invasion, during which he took another life. Despite facing up to 40 years in prison, the judge imposed 2 consecutive life sentences. Schaefer apologized to the victims' families in court, but his apology was deemed insufficient. It was revealed that Schaefer had convinced his father to buy him a rifle and ammunition. His mother testified about his early health challenges, suggesting they might have contributed to his behavior. Well, what are your thoughts on these teens? Let us know in the comments. That's it for today's video. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos.